Hey guys, happy Friday. Today is Friday, January 25th, 2019. I can't believe we're almost at the end of January. I am here with my very dear friends. I think that's what I put in the message there. Jim Hobart and Beth Hobart. Jeff is on. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know you can hear us and see us. I don't know if you know this, but you know Facebook Live, you know that little number at the top?
Yeah.
It's only reflective of the people who allow themselves to be seen.
Oh, allow yourselves to be seen.
Allow yourselves to be seen.
You may have more
We have a ton more. Normally we have a lot, so when we close out, it's usually triple digits of people watching. So don't ever let that. So you can hear us and see us. Scott Davidson actually performed on the show right in this room earlier this week. Was that just this week? He's a fantastic. So you guys have been friends of mine for a long time.
Yes.
I've known Jim since college. And so we want a teeny little history before we dive into what we want to talk about, which is a lot, the importance of giving back. And if you know anything about Orlando and the giving back scene, you know that these two are the king and queen, in my opinion, of the giving back scene in Orlando. So all the community involvement, everything that they support, the arts, I mean, it's just amazing what they do. So anyway, welcome to the show. I'm excited. It's like my first married couple on the show. I don't know if I've had this before. I'm not copying you, Veronica, I promise. So tell us just give us a little background on you guys.
A little background on us.
Yeah, or you individually, or whatever you want to share.
You start.
Okay, well, I am first of all, I'm a college compatriot of Ted Boder.
Can you believe it?
Probably the most important thing. We rode dinosaurs to school.
We
It was
did.
a whole thing.
It wasn't FTU then, people. It was still UCF, so lighten up.
Yeah, we're all UCF
Woolly
grads.
That's right.
mammoths. No,
Woolly mammoths.
it was great. It was great. The end of the Ice Age. You guys don't remember.
Totally.
It was good. And then I had a advertising agency called Knight, which some of you may know about. My partner Mike Hinn and I are still good friends, and he's still running it.
Love Mike Hinn. See, people are already commenting on your earrings, by the way.
I'm going to tell you all about.
We're going to tell you all about those.
And then I have other things.
Look at
here,
this.
too.
We got props.
Quickly.
And then for the last 15 years, I've been a professional photographer with Macbeth Studio.
Yay! And Jim and I met. I was in advertising before. I was a graphic designer.
Is that
Jim
what
and
you did? I did not know
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I've always known you as a realtor.
Nope. I was a graphic designer. I didn't love it. So I had the opportunity to get my real estate license, and the rest is kind of history. I found what I love to do and what I'm good at. So I love it.
You both are really good at branding, though. Like, I feel like your branding, of course. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have the TED Show one, but they have Beth Hobart mugs.
Yeah, look, it matches. It's
They're
my favorite
beautiful.
color.
It's as big as my head. This mug is gigantic.
Mine too.
And it holds a lot, as you guys know.
They're good mugs.
They're good mugs. So,
Yeah.
but you're both very successful. You're entrepreneurs. You do your own thing. Your real estate business is booming. Jim is so successful. He was at my wedding, and then his company did the video for my daughter's wedding.
Yeah. And then you used
Photos.
the
I'm sorry, the photos. That's right. Video is my age. They don't do video anymore, it feels like. But you guys are so involved in enmeshed is the word I'm looking for, in Orlando. So every post I see, there's some event you're going to, something you're supporting, and you really go out of your way, I feel like, to promote Orlando and all the good in it. So what we want to talk about today is the importance of giving back, and I want to ask you both why you are so philanthropic, and then we want to talk about some specifics. So tell us why giving back. Did you grow up in households where giving back was important?
Yeah, I did. My mom always would volunteer when I was little, and she would take me with her. So that was always what I did. And when I moved to Orlando, actually Jim got me involved with Quest Incorporated, and I'm still involved with them since 2001. I do an adopt-a-home with my team of friends, and we get people together
Say what Quest is.
Oh, Quest
Yes,
helps
please.
individuals with disabilities. By anything from children with autism to adults, all different types of disabilities, helps them lead independent lives. And so we adopt independent living homes, throw them a big holiday party, because a lot of people don't have family, and we get all the gifts donated, all the food donated, throw a big party, make a big fuss. And now it went from like 7 people to now like 33 people.
It's insane. Like, it's a big event in December, right? It's in December.
No, end of November, beginning
yeah.
of December every year. So.
And what do you do with that? What do you do with the house? You decorate?
We decorate their apartments, and then they bus people in from other residences. And so we just make sure people that are busing get decorations for their home, and then we decorate the outside of the apartments where we have the party.
Yeah,
so it's in a
awesome.
courtyard. Yeah. So it's good.
Hi, Alexa. It is
It's been going
awesome,
on for like
right?
15 years.
I know. I
Crazy.
can't believe it's been that long.
It's crazy.
It's insane. And how about you, Jim? Did you grow up in a household where giving back was important? And if not, how did you learn it?
It wasn't, like, volunteering wasn't part of our culture at home. I'm not, that doesn't mean to say that we were selfish, but it was never like, you should go and, volunteer with a local group. But I think it was in college when it started. Ted and I were in different fraternities, but both of them did an awful lot of giving back. And I think I sort of got the bug for community service then. And, we just passed Martin Luther King Jr.'s day, his birthday. And the quote that I kept seeing showing up on my feed all day long was, paraphrasing, the most important question is, what are you doing for others?
Right.
And that spirit of, there's a line in a book I read once that an entrepreneur said to his staff, what are we doing today to make the world a little bit better?
I love that.
What are we doing right now? In other words, yes, we're all trying to pay the rent, and yes, we're all trying to do the things we do to pay our bills, but if we're not actually improving the planet a little bit along the way, then what is the point of even being here, you know?
Right.
And so that kind of is the mantra that runs through my brain most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, I love that. And I think a lot of people, we talk about it on the show a lot, just because you don't have a lot of money or you don't know even what your charity is, your time is so valuable.
Right.
And so you guys give a lot of time to what you do.
Yep.
If you follow their social media at all, you can see that they do a lot of events. Almost everything has some sort of giving back mode to it. There's a feeling about that. And I think a lot of people get caught up in the fact, well, I don't have anything to give. Yes, you do. You have your time. You have
Absolutely.
some talent. Even if you have no talent, you can serve food. You can do things. You can be part of helping decorate. I mean, there are things that you can do, but I think people really get caught up in the fact that they also don't know where to go. And we're going to give you some options today. We're going to talk about some of the
we
things.
have options.
We have
Yeah.
options. So let's talk about some of the options.
All right.
Would
So
you like to talk about your earrings
so
and
my
this
earrings.
beautiful purse right here?
So I have earrings. So my favorite color is red, as if you couldn't tell that from my mugs and everything. But this is Dumais Designs, and it's a so Rebuild Globally. They're an Orlando-based organization, nonprofit. They help people in Haiti out of poverty through education and job creation. And when you go through their job program, then you get a job making Dumais products, Dumais meaning two hands, that's what it means in French Creole. And they make, my earrings are leather, they're locally sourced. And
Beautiful.
you can come to the event. There's Runway to Haiti on February 22nd at the Orlando Country Club. Mayor Dyer is walking the runway with a lot of other local celebrities as well, and you'll get to see the 2019 line of Dumais products. So it'll be really great. So if you can make it, 6 p.m. February 22nd.
And there'll be a link below in the
Yeah,
comments.
so we'll
Yeah.
put the link in.
that.
And yours truly is walking in that as well.
Yes, you are walking.
Yes.
I didn't want to give it away.
I wasn't sure that there's clothes big enough that you are. I'm kidding.
stop.
But no, I'm so excited because I love what Julie does. I love what you all do. Julie's been on the show before. It's so amazing the impact that you guys have there. And then Jim, you tell them a little bit about your trips
Delana.
there. No, we're getting lots of
Yeah,
parts. I'm sorry we can't respond.
Love you,
Everything's
Delana.
going on.
Oh, Lillian, she just put the.
Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for
Oh,
putting the
thank
link.
you, Lily.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks, Lily.
So
But you
in
took
a-
you went there before Beth did. You actually, because I remember it's a big story.
Well, the nutshell version is for the past 7 years, every year, Macbeth Studio, some members of our staff, and others, of course, have gone back to Haiti to document the progress that Julie Colombino has made through each year, so that by the time the fundraiser happens in the spring, we have something to tell the audience. Here's what we've done with the money you gave us last year. to show the value of that contribution. And so on February 22nd will be the debut of this year's show that we just filmed last week in Haiti.
That's amazing. And you did and I know we have a lot to get to, but we still have time. You did an entire photography show. I loved that. And those were all pictures that you took when you went to Haiti.
Thank you. Yes. The 5-year anniversary of the earthquake. So the January 2010, the devastating earthquake hit Port-au-Prince, and estimates are between 250 and 300,000 people were killed in an afternoon because of falling buildings and all sorts of things. 5 years later, I went back and I shot photos in the same places, and we showed the change from then to now. And now it's been 9 years since the earthquake, and much more improvement has happened. There's a long way to go, don't get me wrong, but they've made huge strides in not just rebuild globally, but Port-au-Prince in general is coming back to life, and it's
That's a blessing. What an awesome thing.
Yeah, and even in the refugee camp on the Dominican Republic border, Julie is also providing jobs there, and even the conditions there have gotten better since Julie's involvement. So, and Jim can attest to that because I've seen it. Jim's been there. So
Julie's such a force of nature.
Oh,
You can't
man.
mess with that. When
That's
she's
Julie
determined,
Cohn,
she's awesome.
She's amazing.
So
Her team.
rebuild globally. February 22nd, and Lillian is sharing
she's
all the
posting.
links.
She's
Thank
the
you for
best.
that,
Lillian,
and we'll
you're the
continue to
best.
share them later.
Look at
but
Lillian.
you don't want to miss out on that. All right, so you have other things. We have other
we do.
other things to talk about. We have so much, and that's what's great. So remember, they started somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So figure out what you want to support, and then just come to an event, do something.
Yeah.
Your time is really what they want in the beginning, and really that's what matters, is giving your time and your resources.
And just figuring out what interests you and,
Correct.
and what you are passionate about.
Right.
So if I may, I want to introduce the next one. So I'm English, which means soccer.
Nobody knew that, which is crazy.
Soccer runs in my blood. We call it football.
Things. Yeah.
We call that other NFL thing. We call
I know.
We call that American football, where I come from. But the real football is in my blood. And Beth is a member of the board of the Orlando City Soccer Foundation. And I am wholeheartedly supporting it because soccer.
Right, because soccer, and Kay Rollins, because
I
because
love
who
Kay
doesn't love Kay?
Rollins.
Kay Rollins,
She's
right?
amazing.
Please tell about the foundation's event.
So our event, it's Soccer Ball 2019. It's a celebration of Orlando City Foundation's all-stars in our community. So the coaches, the kids that we serve, and our mission is to help underserved areas of our community, help the kids there through soccer programming, through community gardens, nutrition, just giving them an understanding of team building, being part of a team, and leading healthy lives. And so our event is the day after Runway to Haiti on February 22nd. So it's going to be an awesome weekend. You can go to 2 events.
23rd is the...
Yeah, I know. Sorry. February 23rd is the soccer ball. So it starts the soccer
I
season.
love that name. How can you not love that
Yeah,
name?
soccer
It's
ball.
perfect.
Right?
So it starts at 6 p.m. It's at the Renaissance Orlando, and it's going to be a great night. It's always a great event. So come out, show your support, help the kids in our community. That's a huge way to help. There'll be Pride players. There'll be Orlando City players. It's just a really great night.
So with your outreach, let's say somebody has a passion for soccer, which we do. Our city, I feel like, has embraced Orlando City soccer. I feel like we really do support it. What if somebody says, I'd like to get involved, I'd like to help with the foundation, I'd like to help with the charitable side?
Oh gosh, you can message me directly. I will get you involved. There's always a need, and there's always something going on, and we have tons of events throughout the year and ways to help. So just let me know. You can message me.
Beth
And I'll get
Hobart.
you involved.
Talk about the Lee Perry and the Fleet Farming.
Oh, fleet farming. So we started a partnership with Lee Perry and Fleet Farming
I adore
with
her.
community gardens and just getting kids involved in planting things, because a lot of kids in underserved communities don't always know how to eat well because they're living in food deserts where you just have a convenience store. So maybe they haven't seen an eggplant. Maybe they don't know what a zucchini is. Maybe they've never eaten these vegetables, and you know, we've learned through fleet farming that if a kid plants something and they grow something, they will eat it because they're seeing it grow and they're seeing what their you know impact is on
Right.
something else, right? So. So yeah, it's a great partnership, and
I love
yeah.
Lee.
Oh,
I think what they're
man.
doing is
She's
awesome.
amazing.
I want her to come. I want them to build a garden in my front yard,
Okay.
and I'm in the city, so they can
They'll
do it.
do it.
Which
Yeah,
I
you
love.
can totally do it. We did
love.
that
Yeah,
at our
there's a
house
program.
I know,
There's
I
a
want
program
it.
called
Yeah.
Fleet Gardens, and they'll actually they can even build it in your backyard if you want. Wherever
I
you'd
want it
like.
in
Yeah.
both.
They will do both.
You can
and
do it.
They'll put out the irrigation, the whole deal. But the partnership with Orlando City Foundation and Fleet Farming is really magical because it's bringing
Yeah.
Really is.
gardens, not just fresh vegetables, but how the earth creates the food you eat, and that connection to real life instead of just plastic packaged things in stores.
Right.
It's such a valuable lesson for children to learn where their food comes from. So I
Yeah.
think it's so much more than just healthy eating, which is of course
100%.
hugely
And hi, Maxine.
Yeah.
Maxine
Hi,
just came on and she said hi.
Oh,
I can still read that
She's one of
far.
my favorites too.
She's
Yay.
literally one of my favorites.
Best-
If you haven't been to Maxine's on Shine,
Oh, man,
you
best
need
brunch.
to.
We'll be
It's
there
so
Sunday.
awesome.
Best brunch in Orlando.
Best
Maxine's
brunch in
on Shine.
Orlando.
We love you.
Maxine's. We love
All right,
you.
so you've got
Yeah.
February 22nd,
Yep.
which
Runway to
is
Haiti.
Runway to Haiti. You've got
23rd.
February 23rd, which is soccer
Soccer
ball.
ball.
You can't make that up. I love
Yeah.
it.
Soccer ball.
And then what else? You guys have, I mean, I know you have a
Oh, what's-
million things.
What's this, Jim?
Tell
have-
us, Jim.
What is this? Tell us.
We
Tell
have
us
a
what this
we have a
is.
little announcement
We have
today.
an announcement, a
Yeah.
TED Show exclusive.
TED Show exclusive scoop coming right up. Who's ready? You
I'm ready.
Hit
They're ready.
record on your
Cheers.
camera right now. Here, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Here's some
Yay.
news, right? Here comes some
I like
news.
news.
So those of you who have been around Orlando for the last couple of years might be familiar with something called Local Love Orlando.
What's that, Jim?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
I
Tell us
love
more.
this group. I don't have to do anything but sit here and smile.
Look good. Just look good in
Right,
your
You all
just
look
flower
good.
pretty
Oh, I
in
like
your
that. That's my
velvet
favorite.
coat. Looking good. You're right. Someone said earlier you look fabulous
Oh,
today.
well,
Jen.
thank you.
I second that.
Thank you.
So, Local Love Orlando almost started by accident. Big shout out to Hillary Powers. I
Yeah.
know you're out there.
She's out there in the world.
Somewhere.
Who painted a map of downtown Orlando, and it kind of went bonkers. And that was sort of the launch. And then fast forward through a really complicated and very boring story to today. And Local Love Orlando has been quiet for the past year because we've been sort of reinventing the organization. Thanks to our good friend Allison over at Allen Dyer, Doppelt, and Gilchrist.
Good job.
Good job. Oh, look, there's Hillary. Says I'm out here.
Ah.
Hi, Hillary.
Yeah, my hands look really big when I do
Whose
that.
office is 2 floors below us, by the way, down here in the Citrus
Allison?
Citrus Bank building.
Not Hillary,
Citrus Bank.
Allison.
No, Allison.
Right.
Allison with Allen Dyer, etc.
Yeah.
I love married couples.
All of these great people have helped to make this thing happen. We've been building a new brand for Local Love Orlando, which captures the essence of what I believe we are. And so today, as a TED Show exclusive, we'd like to
Yeah.
announce the new logo. which
Isn't
I'll
that the
put- I will
coolest?
make.
Well, look, my
Beth is looking
eye.
right through
There
it.
I
so-
am.
There you
my
are,
eyeballs
there you
in
are.
So
Explain what
this
it
is
is,
a
though.
three-dimensional version of the logo, which is local, as in the Google pin from your Google Maps, with a little heart in the middle for love. So it's
It's
local.
so
So
awesome.
tell
It's
them
right
what
here,
Local
I'll
Love
put it
is.
between
You
us
have
like a
it.
little heart, like
Oh, look. Tell them what Local Love is. Jim.
So sorry,
We love
I
you
don't
too,
think
Lee.
he's-
I'm just
Lee.
Lee Perry. Woo!
Love, love, love you.
So Local Love Orlando, it is a 501c3 nonprofit, thanks to our good friends downstairs, and it is it brings local artists together with local nonprofits to generate funds and awareness for both
Small local nonprofits.
small
Yeah.
local nonprofits.
So why is that? I know why it's important. Why is it important?
It's important because when people think about giving, they often give to Red Cross, UNICEF, United Way,
Which is all great.
who all do great things, right?
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with that. I applaud all of that they do. But there are dozens, hundreds of small nonprofits who are trying to help a very niche or unique member of the community, like a brand, such as, take Zebra Coalition, for example.
Yeah.
Heather Wilkie, hope you're out there.
Amazing group. She's lovely.
They are serving a very vulnerable, small, local population, and they need the help too. And so Local Love Orlando is dedicated to creating a large impact for a small organization, say a $5,000 donation, where it really moves the needle. United Way would never even notice that.
Right.
With someone like Zebra Coalition, that makes a difference in real human lives.
Huge difference.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Huge.
so our model is bringing artists and these causes together. So we get a local artist to create a backdrop to specifically for a local cause.
Yeah.
And you will be seeing much more information about these very soon. But if you go to localloveorlando.com,
Lillian, of course, already shared the.
Lillian's on it.
Can you please come on every show and share everyone's thing? Because I need
side
that
gig
so
now to
bad.
Lillian
Yeah,
is
she's great.
killing it out there.
She's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Click the link, go there, sign up to be kept posted for more information. And within the next coming weeks, we will be announcing some new organizations as well as asking you, the general public out there, what organization do you know about that we don't know about yet?
Right.
Because we need to know who fits the model. And if you know, add them in the comments and we'll read it.
Yeah.
A small local nonprofit here in town that could use a boost.
Yeah.
And if you know any small local artists too.
Yeah, we need to know that too.
I
And
know.
also, like, I think it's also important to point out, that millennials are, we also like this model too because it allows people to get in at a lower
Yes.
Right.
cost, right?
Makes
So
such a
our
huge
events
difference.
are at an entry point where it's a suggested donation
Right.
of a small amount of money. So we, people that can't afford to go to the galas can also participate and really
Yeah.
start their, just start giving and getting inspired and passionate about their community, and that leads to the philanthropists of tomorrow. Ted.
Correct. Right. And you
So-
have to start somewhere.
Right.
You
No.
have to start somewhere.
That's a
Yeah.
fantastic point. And
I
this,
agree.
Again, I have to give another shout out to Hillary. This was something that was critically important to her. And I talk about her in the past tense like she's no longer with us. She's absolutely
You're
with
still.
us.
She's out there
just
somewhere.
far
She said.
She's just living in Denver now, but she's still an integral part of this organization.
Yeah.
And but Hillary's point was, let's make it accessible to the folks who maybe aren't making six-figure salaries. Let's
Right.
give it. If somebody has $20 to donate, let's give them a place where they know that money is going to a valuable
Right.
cause. And so
I shouldn't just say millennials. I
but
should just
you're-
say anybody.
But you're
You know
right.
what
The
I'm saying? I realize
philanthropists of tomorrow have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
They
I
have,
feel like
and
our-
they're not taught. Like, if you didn't grow up in a household like that, either you have a heart for it or you learn it. There's
Right.
something going on, something triggered it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them go, it's not just millennials, you're right, Beth, it's not. A lot of them say, well, I don't know even where to start.
Right.
Right.
And I always encourage them to figure out what your passion is. What is it that what moves you?
Yep.
If you see something on TV and it moves you, what's the cause? What are you trying to,
Yep.
or what's touched you in your life?
Right.
And then go from there. What Local Love
Absolutely.
does is, Local Love, right? Local Love
Yes.
Orlando does is it's going to showcase
Yep.
these charities that you might not know about, which we try to do on the show all the time, just because there's so many amazing services that go on and we don't know about them. We don't, because they don't have any budget. This is the other
Young
thing.
professionals.
Young
Right, Lillian?
professionals, you're right, Lillian.
Young
Yeah.
So I think it's so important for you to kind of do a little research, but if we have a conduit like we have now
Yeah.
to reach out to them and
Yeah.
kind of figure out where you're at, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll learn lots more about Local Love in the coming months, and
Yeah.
we'd love to hear from you. So if you know of an artist who needs a bit of exposure, if you know of a cause that needs a bit of exposure and possibly some money, please reach out to Local Love Orlando, sign up for updates, and keep us posted.
And
Yeah,
we'd love
it's
to,
exciting.
we were going to announce this at some point anyway, but we want to begin focusing on the same thing. We want to not only charitable organizations that need help, but small businesses. So if
Yeah.
you reach out to Local Love Orlando,
Yeah.
I promise you can come on the show. So I'd love to do
Wow.
a show and
Ah.
promote you
Is that an
guys.
announcement? that just
Well, we were
happened?
going to announce that soon, but I mean, it all kind of fits into this. And so we'd love to have you on a show. Bring if you're the person who's nominating them, bring them in. We'd love to have you on. You can utilize the show to kind of jumpstart. I mean, it's just me and the camera, but so it's not all the professional stuff. But we'd still love to get the word out about your organization. So I'd love to partner with, or at least offer that up to anybody who reaches out to Local Love Orlando.
Wow,
I think
thank
it's
you, Ted.
important.
That's fantastic.
That's lovely.
And also the artists and the volunteers and the people who get involved in this thing all benefit. Everybody wins because it,
Right.
it's local. It's here. It's our people in our community. So yeah, I encourage you to check out our website, sign up for notifications.
Yep.
And thank you, Ted. For
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
That's
No,
very
I
generous.
want to help. I mean, we all want to help. But I have a platform, so let's utilize it for the good. And so if you've got somebody who is, first of all, this first quarter is insanely difficult for most nonprofits,
Right.
because
That's
everybody's
true.
given their money in Christmas, because you're all in that Christmas holiday Hanukkah spirit.
Yeah.
You're all feeling good, and then January comes and they still have as many, if not more, people to serve,
Yeah.
and they don't have the income coming in.
Right.
And you can't just budget for the year when you get 90% of your donations in the last quarter of the year.
Right.
So this time of year is really critical for a lot of nonprofits, especially the smaller ones. So we'd love to help support you guys, all of us.
Thanks.
Of course. All right, so one question before we head out.
All right.
Giving back. Why is it important to you personally? I think people don't realize, well, I can tell you the gift it is for me. I just get so much from it. And I'm telling you, if you plant the seed, if you do what you should be doing, and you find something that's important to your heart and your soul, you're going to get so much more back from it when you donate your time. But why is it important for you guys?
I think it helps build communities because it helps you form relationships. You're doing good. You're coming up with plans to help organizations. So you're working together with other people. So it just, I don't know. And then the end result to see the impact of what you're doing, I think is really incredible. So I think that's part of it for me. It's the relationships that I make. It's being in the trenches with people and trying to figure out how to have more impact and make a difference. And the end result and the feel good for me is when I see the difference that's being made and that I've done something. Because to your point earlier, if you're not doing something to give back and make a difference, especially in your own community, I mean, what are you doing? I just feel, I feel like it just makes our community stronger because we're all in this together. Takes all of us.
That is absolutely it.
So.
We are social creatures, right? We are part of a society. We are not individuals in the wild frontier, every man for himself,
Right.
every woman for herself. We are dependent on each other, and I think we forget that at our peril.
Amen.
Right.
And I feel like if we all have to pay the rent, we all have to make a buck, we all have to do the things in order to put food on the table and kids through school and everything else. But if that's all we do, if that's everything,
Right.
that's kind of a hollow life, right?
I agree.
And when like they always say, when you're sitting on your deathbed, do you really think you're going to say, I wish I'd spent more time in the office? Or do you
Right.
think you're going to say,
Right.
I wish I'd helped a few more people and made a
Right.
little bit of a difference, whether it's animals or the elderly or children with disabilities or
Yeah.
pick a topic, but you get back 10 times what you give every time you contribute. And so selfishly, it is so rewarding, right? I think somebody said
It's
this.
so funny to say that, but I know what you mean.
Well,
Because
yeah.
you feel so good when you're doing it. You're
Yeah.
like, should I feel this good?
I know.
I'm doing something. Should I feel good? Is that a
Without-
bad thing to feel?
Right, without getting into huge philosophy, there's the question, is there such a thing as altruism, right? Because giving without anything expectation of a return is so rewarding. So it's
Agreed.
kind of like,
Yeah.
but whatever the reason that you do it, I'm not interested in motives, I'm interested in actions, right?
Agreed,
And whatever your personal reason for doing it, do it, because you will feel great.
You
Yeah.
will. And so if you can get outside of your own head, so if you can make it not about you for an hour a week, 2 hours a week, 2 hours a month, I don't care what it is, and make it about somebody else. Make it about the less fortunate, the people who are suffering, whatever your cause is, the animals. I don't care what it is, but if you're focusing on something else other than you, even an hour a week, I promise you, it's going to make such a huge impact in your life. We all know it because we've all felt it and still feel it when we're doing what we do. So you guys have been a joy. Aren't they awesome? They're so
lovely.
good.
You're a joy.
Oh my God, I
You're
love
a
you
joy.
guys. I love you guys. We're going to share.
I love you.
I love you. I love that. I love you. That's
you,
awesome.
Ted.
That make me blush.
That
Hi,
was- yeah, that's a
Flynn.
Flynn
We're going to reshare everything that Lillian and Delania, is that it?
Delana.
Delana
Yeah.
shared. We'll go ahead and repost that. Beth will, Jim
Nicole.
with,
Hi,
everyone. We love Nicole. So really, get out. Follow what they're doing. Just take a look. I promise you there's a role for you. There's something there that's going to spark your interest, and it's going to make a difference in your life while you're making a difference in other people's lives. So
Absolutely.
anyway, I love you guys. Thank you
we
so
love you.
much.
Thank
Mwah.
you.
We love you guys.
We need you.
We need you. We
need
do.
you.
We'll see you soon.
Thank
Mwah.
you. Bye-bye.